Bro, TikTok asked for a settings video, so I'm gonna give you all a settings video. I got you. I got you. Check this out. Check this out. This is how you can play Siege like BluishSavage, bro. Alright, we're gonna just go through all the settings, general, everything. I'm gonna get you from start to finish, every single thing. What I've got, why I've got it. I've been through all of these, bro. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, if you use these settings, shit, use your own settings. But if you do decide to use these settings and you get good at them, you will be hitting clips like BluishSavage. Um, Honestly, you might even be able to 1v1 Snappy and win. Just maybe. Just maybe. So squad privacy, literally only one option. Unfortunately, they don't have open squads. That'd be so cool if they did. I'm not even gonna hold you. If you could just join your friend out of the blue, that'd be crazy. Anyway, pings, you want pings. The communication wheel, I always turn it on. I never use it though because it's a troll. It's basically OP. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, if I ever want to use it, I'm trolling with it. Uh, Display performance metrics. That one you can actually change with your tilde key. So in game, you can change it from off to minimal to advanced. If you're techie, you can put it on advanced like me. You can see your frames and shit. If you're not techie, put it off, bro. You don't want no more distractions. You know what? I'm just gonna skip all these rest. I'm gonna get the important ones real quick. You can see, you got eyes. Stun, dark glare, bro. I do not want a tissue in my face. So I put dark glare just so my eyes don't have to adjust. I do the ringing tinnitus because muted kind of sucks. I feel kind of weird when I've got muted. I think I got like the Siege broken audio, but I did try muted. Muted is the tech, but ringing is just better for me. It's more fun that way. It's just a better game. Better game. You don't want to cycle inside camera groups because if you're cycling, you want to go from each group of the cameras to the next. You don't want to have to hit 1 and 3. That shit's stupid. So this one is going to make you cycle from your regular cams to your Valk cams to your hacked drones to all that. So that's going to be off so that the Q and E will just cycle to all your camera groups. Diffuser pickup, you want to do both. Both. So you don't want it to be manual because if you walk over the defuse, you want to pick it up for free when you're in that 1v1 clutch. You also don't, well, you want it to be automatic. Simple, just both. Sometimes you get in a situation where you have to hold F, like if you're on rappel and you don't want to get off rappel, you are close enough to hold F, it'll give you that option, but you won't be close enough to automatically pick it up. That's why you want both. Throw trajectory on, that's basically cheating. If you want a nitro lineup, just turn the throw trajectory on. You've got all the nitro lineups in the world. Only the OGs know that you had to actually line up your nitros. This is cheating, bro. Visible throw trajectory is cheating. Drone after pep phase, semi-automatic, bro. You want that semi-automatic? Just semi-automatic, bro. You don't want to be kicked off your drone. You will lose that drone. Always have match replay on. Expose the cheaters, bro. Always have text on. You want to be shit talking. 100%. Keep it respectful, though. Always end it with respectfully. And then crossplay communication. We fuck with our console buddies. All right, HUD preset. I'm just going to scroll through this. I don't think I've got, I think I got pretty much everything turned off. Let's see. I put it on custom, but so all this stuff, all this first stuff is on, just basic compass. You want to know where you're at on the map. I never look at it though. I could probably turn it off and be just fine. Equipment, yeah, you got your loadout. You want to know how much ammo you got. Health, status, stance, down but not out. Yeah, you want your timer. You want to be able to tell your teammates. Like when you get down to those last couple seconds, you want to be screaming in your teammates' ears, res me, res me. Critical warnings, yeah. This is all troll stuff. Reminders, you don't need no reminders. Just get in there like swimwear. Reticle, crosshairs off. You do not want crosshairs. You just want a little dot on your screen to tell you where the center is. Those crosshairs are just eye candy. If you're no scoping, each gun has its own no scoping fill, so you don't need those crosshairs. Operator, yeah, you definitely need the operator reticle. You want to be able to click on their head. This is all pretty self-explanatory. I have the threat indicator off and the hit indicator off. That's some pro league settings right there. If you really want to be good, turn those off, get into Pro League. Environment, basically all these are on. Which one? Ally outlines. I turned outlines off because I'm a savage. I don't want to be shooting at an enemy and then see a teammate outline through the enemy and miss my shots. So I turn that off. But at the same time, I do TK like 6 times every other day. So that's because I have the outlines off. So if you're ever on upside down rappel when you've turned these outlines off, just make sure you're aware. Make sure you know where your teammates are. because I definitely fried some teammates' toes. They like it though. All right, match information. You always just have all this on. Uh, I turn the bans and score updates off. Score updates off. That's Pro League right there. If you really need a score update, you should do what you're doing and then hold tab. Look at your leaderboard and see that score update live. That is the old tech. You definitely need to do that. Otherwise, you should go Pro League and have it off. And then same thing, destroy drones. I have this off because it's also Pro League. It's Pro League. I keep the versus update on because I totally get lost how many people are left though. That's still Pro League. Pro League keeps that on. And then gameplay, yeah, all these other ones they're self-explanatory. These are personal preference. If you think they're cool, you can have them. If you don't need them. I turn operator guides off so that I don't have all that mess on my screen. This is the meat. This is the beef and the potatoes. Not really. Audio is pretty self-explanatory. You want your menu language to be your regular language. I'm gonna put it on this language. No, I'm just kidding. I'm English, bro. So English. Dynamic range is on high. Do not put it on low. If you put it on low, you're just giving them free audio. Yeah, this is that simple. It might depend on your headphones. Like if you're playing on a TV, you might want to play it on low, but like it is what it is. Tinnitus, I still got it on ringing. They just had that in 2 places apparently. So the main thing about these volumes, turn the music off. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Voiceover presets. Yeah, y'all see this. Y'all can see this. Y'all can see this. Voice chat volume. Some people are just super loud. I'll change this mid-game if my teammates are hella loud. And then always use push to talk. Unless you're cool and chill, then you use open talk. But like push to talk, just in case your mama comes in yelling at you. Get off the game. All right, display. Simple. I mean, it's simple. Full screen, always full screen. All these other ones max you at 60 hertz, so just use full screen, bro. It's simple. Simple. Make sure your refresh rate is maxed out at 165. At the same time, you do need to go to your monitor settings, and I'll show you this too. If you've got a good monitor, you need to go here. You need to right click on your home page, and you need to go to display settings. So you're going to go to display settings, and you're going to go to advanced display. Make sure you're on the right display. And you need to make sure that this refresh rate is 165. It's going to be 60 by default, or whatever your max is. I have a 165 hertz monitor. It's going to be 60 by default. And if it's on 60, you are playing at 60 hertz. So make sure you update that so you can get the full use of your monitor. You paid good money for that. Well, your mama paid good money for that. I play on 4.3 because I'm a savage. Sometimes I play on 21.9, but only when I'm trolling. VSync off, FPS limit off. The only times that you need to have these on, it sounds like, is if you've got over 480 hertz, which I'm too broke for that, so I don't understand. Don't ask me how that works, but I'm too broke for that. Widescreen letterbox is not the tech. Don't let anybody tell you that it's tech. It is bad. Jujube, widescreen letterbox is terrible. Field of view 85. 90 makes the heads too small. 80 I don't see too much, so 85 is chill. I make my HUD display area super small so I can see what's going on without moving my eyes too much. Menu display area is big though because I want to be able to see, you know. All right, brightness. This is some tech. You need to practice. Oh, my settings are fucked. You need to practice opening your settings, going to display, brightness, and then turning it down as fast as you can. Because what's gonna happen? Hold on, I need to reset my aspect ratio. What's going to happen is you're going to be in the middle of a game. You want to peek outside, especially on coastline. If you're ever peeking coastline out onto ruins, you want to come down here. I always keep this on 53. 53's chill, but you want to lower it down to like 20 to 30. You know, you're gonna be doing this quick. So just like quick little flick. You want to work on flicking your brightness, right? So flick from your regular brightness all the way down to like 20, 25, 30. If you can hit that mark, then when you peek outside in the brightness, you are literally going to be frying dudes just because you can actually see them outside. All right, but I keep that on 53. It depends on your monitor, low key. Whichever one feels nice for you. But definitely get good at the flick. You can go in there and flick that shit down. All right, graphics. Gone are the days where we only care about frames. Bro, Siege is a game about winning, but Siege is also a game. So have some fun with it. Make it look good. So what I did basically is I keep everything on low, but I put LOD on high and I put the texture limit on normal. That just makes your game look that much better. It makes it feel nicer. You're not playing Roblox on Siege, and you still get just about the same frames. Shading, you want this on medium. Um, that's just it looks nice. There's not as much it's easier to see things that are in front of you. So if somebody's standing in front of a wall, you know, and they've got the same colored, what is it called? Outline? I don't know, bro. I'm tired. They got the same color. You can see this. You can even put it higher, but like Loki, I just put medium to save me a few frames. My graphics card is not that good. I'm broke. Shadow quality, you want it at least medium so that you see the shadows. If you have it on low, you're trolling because everybody's going to see shadows. You're going to be like, how did that guy pre-fire me? It's because he saw your shadow, bro. Put it on medium. Reflections also on medium. If you're ever looking at glass, see where that reflection is. You might just get a free kill off of it. Visual effects, same thing on medium because we want to play a good game, bro. If you do anything higher than medium, though, then it starts to look like garbage because there's so much dust in the air. Yeah, you don't want any of that. And then all this other extra stuff is off. I hate it, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. Controls. This is the best part. This is the best part. My controls are crazy. Crazy controls. So drone speed boost, definitely on hold. If I had it on toggle, I definitely have lost like 5 drones to toggle, and I said I'm never doing that again. So hold the speed boost. As soon as you let go, your speed stops. So make sure you're holding it. But like that's no big deal. Always have raw input on is simple. Put raw input so that you don't have anything messing with your mouse. Like your sensitivity might be it might be dynamic sensitivity, which basically means it depends on how fast you're moving your mouse for what your mouse sensitivity actually is. And some mice have it, other mice don't. I don't think mine does, but if you put raw input on, you don't even have to worry about that. It's just taking the raw input from your mouse. It also is a little bit quicker, so I do raw input, bro. You definitely, I mean, bro, if I ever see anybody playing with mouse look inversion, I will literally clip you. Like, I don't care. Like, you cannot play on mouse inversion, bro. I play 9.9 800 DPI. So that's the tech. That's the tech 9.9 800 DPI. And then here are my mouse sensitivities. Low key, it's all tech. Put this on advanced. So if you're like struggling with a 2.5, you can move it up or down 1. Low key, if you feel a little bit off, I recommend coming in here just going 1. Literally 1. And that will fix your aim. Like if you feel like you're flicking too hard, just change it by 1. But do it on this mouse ADS sensitivity. Don't change your main sensitivity. Changing your main sensitivity is a troll. I have not changed this in like 6 seasons. I'm not even trolling. Well, actually, I had it on 8, right? But I have not changed this in 6 seasons. Mouse scroll, you want a mouse scroll. Gadget deployment. Like, why would you not want a mouse scroll? Advanced gadget deployment, you don't want to go on your gadget. Wait, no, that's drone. What is advanced? Oh, yeah, you don't want to have to hold your gadget button. That's a troll. That's a troll and a half. Drone deployment, you don't want to go on your drone immediately. Sometimes you want to bait them out by throwing your drone in the doorway. The way that you do that is you put your settings on advanced. So that means you have to hit the button to throw the drone, and then you have to hit the button again to get on the drone. It's simple, it's great. All of these others are standard. Crouch, I toggle. You don't want to hold your crouch button. Also, my crouch button's like control, so like, nah. Nah. Or no, my crouch button's shift, so I guess I could hold it. My prone button. Walk, also toggle. Here are my controls. Pretty standard. I do mouse lean buttons because mouse lean buttons are tech. I sprint with C, bro. C is the techie sprint. If you are sprinting, I don't know what the original sprint is shift or something like that. But if you are sprinting, it's super easy. You're just hitting W key, bring your other finger down and hit C. You still want to be able to crouch. You still want to be able to prone. You still want to be able to lean. That's why my lean buttons are on my mouse. So like that's why I've got all that set up. Q and E lean is a throw. And then I shift to crouch. That's so so good. I don't have to lift my fingers off of my WASD to crouch. Same thing with prone. My prone is what is my prone? Actually, my prone is E. I don't know. Anyway, hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alt walk, shoot, aim. Never flip these. I tried to flip these once. It was terrible, and nobody can tell the difference. All of these are standard. Melee with E, of course. You always melee with E. That makes the game so easy. My gadget is control. What is my prone? My prone is Q, I believe. Yeah, don't ever let me forget my controls. I'm just gonna keep scrolling through this for you. But I think it's all pretty standard, pretty standard, standard controls. No, I do not do shift spacebar lean. It's pretty good though. Like shift spacebar lean is tech. I just mouse button. There's nothing wrong with the mouse buttons. If anybody tells you that there's something wrong with the mouse buttons, then they're just wrong. They're just wrong. Get them a Dr. Pepper. Say I'm sorry for your loss. Um, that Dr. Pepper will help him get some more brain cells. And these are all just like standard controls. I do not play. Actually, I used to play controller. I have not messed with any of these controller settings. Privacy. If you are using a privacy nickname, do all but squad. I swear to God. I swear to God, I hate playing with teammates that have the everybody privacy nickname because then I don't know who my teammates are and I don't know who's the random. And if y'all have played with randoms, you know how important that is. This is all like streamer stuff. If you're streaming, hit me up, bro. Hit me up if you're streaming. Otherwise, yeah, you can just leave all these off. Don't even worry about it. Accessibility, this is kind of basic. I really like the new colors this season. I'm just keeping it the regular orange and red though. Definitely most important thing here, turn screen shake off, bro. If a grenade goes off next to you, a C4, if you're going crazy, if you can't breathe because it's a 1v1 situation, your screen will start shaking. You don't want that. Turn that off, bro. Turn that off. Like, that is actually terrible. And then you can actually see what's going on. You wonder how people hit shots on you. Like, how can they see? It's because they have screen shake off. Motion blur, I keep this on. I keep this on. Some people turn this off, but motion blur on just feels like a real, like it immerses me more into the game. So it doesn't really affect how much you can see, but it definitely immerses me more. Like I said, dark glare, ringing high, we've been over that. All of these colors are personal preference. Green and purple is really good, but I'm keeping it on the OG orange and red just because I'm OG like that. I'm hella chill. Positive feedback, you want light blue, light red. This is all personal preference, by the way. Yellow pings, you could change them. So do not assume that people are using red pings and yellow pings anymore because they are definitely probably not. They can use any color they want. So if you say on red, on ping, just tell them the room, bro. Tell them where they're at and tell them where they're looking and where the enemy is going. I don't give a damn about your yellow ping. I want to know what the enemy is doing. If you can see them, tell me what they're doing. Are they scratching their Johnson? Like I want to I want to get at them. I'm gonna come at the angle that they're not looking, bro. Let me know where they're looking. Optic capacity, low key. I let my stream change this. Like this does not matter at all. If you go in, you can like do channel points to change my color. The only one that does suck is black. Do not use a black reticle. Black reticle sucks. Opacity doesn't. I mean, if you put it on 100, you can't see what you're aiming at. If you put it on 20, you can't see your reticle. But if you play the game enough, it doesn't matter. So you just click heads. It's simple, simple math. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? And then chat preferences. I do not have the text chat to voice on. That is an AI bot, bro. AI bots, we hate them. We don't like clankers around here. Convert voice chat to text. Yeah, we don't do that either. If you're on console, you can do the convert voice chat. You can do both of these for console, low key, but PC you don't really need these unless you have like some accessibility thing. But yeah, that I have off. Chat assistance and hits. Wait, do they have cheats in the game? Is this? I don't even know what this is. Are these cheats? Assistance provides a voiceover to help interact with chat window. Hints are text-based tips for using the chat window. They're cheats. You can move your you can make your chat bigger and smaller. I just keep it at 100 default or OG like that. And then you want your chat background to be transparent. If the enemy is behind your chat, you want to be able to see them. That's it. That's all the settings I got. I mean, there's some NVIDIA graphics settings. So like I'll show y'all this. If y'all stayed to the end, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch. But I'll show y'all this little It's a little thing. You can install this NVIDIA control panel, and this is some tech. This is some tech. So what you can do in here, and don't worry about my Elgato. Wait, I need this. I actually wait. Do not apply those changes. My bad. Yeah, I want this duped. Don't worry about the Elgato. The Elgato is the Elgato. Don't worry about it. That's my Elgato. I bought it for 50 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. I'm still ecstatic about that. So here's what you want to do. You want to adjust your desktop color settings. This is some tech. Now you can do whatever settings you want in here. What I would do is for your monitor, I would make some slight adjustments, change it, tweak it a little bit, and then load into a custom match and just see which one looks the best. Like load into Karis Legion, see which one makes it easier to see Karis Legion. This is what I have set, but this is different for my monitor. It's different for every monitor. So you need to do it on your monitor and you need to figure it out. So like I said, I would load up just a Karis Legion match, come in here, change your brightness by a little bit. Load back up, see if it's easier. Okay, that sucked. I hate it. So let's go the other way. Okay, that sucked too. So 37 is probably the best, right? We're probably going to keep it there. And then same thing, contrast, I think you can keep the same. Gamma, usually you want to turn that up a little bit. If you turn that up, it makes it a little bit easier to see. Same thing with vibrance, turn the vibrance up. Hue literally just changes the color. You do not want to change the color. That's it. Do not change my settings. But if you're trying out the settings, let me know. Don't forget to hang out. Appreciate y'all for watching this BluishSavage settings video. I got y'all. Sorry that the editing was terrible, but I am not editing this video. I'll edit in the future when I have time, but I slept all day today, so I really need to get on to get my 2,750 games this season. So GG's, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Doses.